We cannot sit here and shit on Hoyoverse and not shit on Kuro Games for doing this dog shit.
Man, it feels like the BRANT fanbase as well as the BRANT haters are more aggro than even Genshin fans right now. If you even mention his name, you gotta be ready to argue.
I think this is the weakest patch, if not the second weakest patch of WUA. It comes off intrinsically predatory. It's really not great design, and I don't know why people are over here defending this. We have Skull CJ having the biggest corporate take to the most normal St. Tontas video ever.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
First off, I want to say this man's ain't even out. So how do we know everything there is to know about him to the point we out here fighting, bro? So how about anybody that's having doubts or is unsure about what to do, simply wait. All you gotta do is wait and see how impactful he truly is before you summon and before we get so aggro or scared about this unit. Second off, who knows? It might turn out that this best build is using a fusion echo or something. Let's wait and see what the number crunchers really have to say. And third, I think if anything is more messed up is the fact that for now it feels like Tide-Breaking Courage was exclusively built for BRANT. And this is because of that high-ass ER requirement that I feel most units will struggle to reach unless they have a specific ER built in or a good ER weapon. But that's besides the point. Let's do the final, and I mean the final breakdown on y'all newest and favorite baby daddy, Captain BRANT Swallows. Alright, so as we know, BRANT has two main milestones you want to reach to get the most out of his kit. The first one being 250 energy regen to achieve his Tide-Breaking Courage 5-piece echo bonus. This should be the goal for any player looking to get BRANT, be it a free-to-play, pay-to-win, or regardless if you're getting his weapon or not. That is the most important milestone you want to reach, or at least the minimal milestone you want to reach. If you can't even reach this milestone, I would heavily advise towards skipping BRANT and waiting for his rerun if you really want him, or getting another unit. Now, moving on to the second milestone. That would be reaching 280 ER to get the absolute maximum bonus from his kit. Now remember, I did say absolute maximum amount. It's not a must that you have to have 280 ER for BRANT to function, but rather the more ER he has towards reaching that 280, the better he will perform. Now that we understand BRANT a little better, I want to give you guys 3 different possible builds with 3 different weapons, from his premier signature weapon to a doo-doo ass weapon in case you don't have any of the other options. Now, I know it's needless to say this, but just like every single other banner character, BRANT performs much better and is easier to build with his signature weapon. With that said, let's move on and check what these weapons are and how we're going to build them. First off, we're going to take a look at the base stats without having any ER substats, just the character, the weapon we're going to use, the 2 3-cost echoes, and the 10 ER from the 2-piece bonus. Here are the weapons. First off, we have his signature weapon, then we have Overtune, and the last but not least is Sword of Voyager, a doo-doo-ass blue weapon that most of you will never use. Matter of fact, I doubt any of you use any blue weapon on your characters. So clearly, as you can see, and to nobody's surprise, building and achieving BRANT's ideal max stats, mainly the 280 ER, is much easier with the signature weapon. Alright, now that we've taken a look at the 3 weapons we're going to talk about in this video, I'm going to give you some hypothetical scenarios so you guys have a general idea as to what substats you're going to need, especially when it comes to the ER. First off, we have his signature weapon, and as we know, the base build has 251 ER, meaning we still need 29 more ER in order to get that 280 milestone. Mixing the stats between 3 at most 4 echoes will give you the required amount of 280 ER, or at least you're going to get extremely close to it without even needing to get ER on every single piece. So for example, the lowest possible rolls would be 6.8, and you would need this in 4 echoes for a total of 27.2 to achieve 278.2% ER. Now I know that last bit of missing ER is going to brick your account, so let's take a look at another option. If we take into account some mid rolls, so let's say 9.2 in only 3 echoes, you would get 27.6. This leaves you at 278.6% ER. Guys, this is only in 3 echoes. You still have another 2 echoes for this particular build where you can get ER and easily, very easily get over that 280 ER milestone. Now, moving over to our second weapon, the base build is 225.8 ER. the total needed for the 5-piece bonus is 24.2% more. And if you're trying to reach that 280, you're going to need 54.2% more ER. Now, this weapon would obviously require you to roll more ER substats, so let's have a look. I still only want to use 4 echoes to give you guys some wiggle room in case you don't get ER and the perfect substats on all 5 of your echoes. For example, the lowest possible rolls for ER would be 6.8, and you would need this in 4 echoes for a total of 27.2 to achieve 253% ER, which would be his first milestone, the 5-piece echo set bonus. Now, if we change it up to 4 mid-low rolls, which are 9.2, this adds up to 36.8 for a total of 262.6. Now, keep in mind, you still have 1 echo you can roll more energy regen on. So technically, you can achieve the 270s without the need of even 1 mid-high or high ER roll. And last but not least, we have the most viable but doo-doo option. And honestly, guys, I don't think any of you run blue tier weapons on your characters, but I will entertain the idea, so let's go. The weapon is the Sword of Voyager. The base build has 206.4% ER. The total needed for the 5-piece echo bonus is 43.6, and the total needed for the max bonus is 73.6. So forget about reaching the max bonus if you're using the Sword of Voyager. Now, this weapon would obviously require you to roll even more ER substats, as the weapon alone is already less than half the ER of the signature weapon. For this, I will use all 5 echoes for a better chance of achieving our goal. For example, we will start off with mid-low rolls and skip the lowest rolls, as it would be asking for too much. Now, if we use 5 mid-low rolls, which are 9.2, this adds up to 46, for a total of 252.4% ER, allowing you to reach your 5-piece echo bonus. After this, any ER is a bonus, but you can forget about reaching 280 with this weapon. But hey, at least you can reach the 5-piece echo bonus without even needing to swap from the usual 4-3-3-1-1 build.
For the record, if you don't get Brant's signature, you lose 48% basic attack damage, lose the 4-cost buff of 24% damage, and lose an either 22 crit rate or 44 crit damage because you want to run 3-3-3-1-1-1.
Alright guys, and that pretty much wraps up the video. In all reality, I just want to keep it a stack. Y'all are panicking over nothing. Let's just wait and see when he actually drops, how he fares out, how necessary it is to have 280, because I feel that one side of the argument is you don't really need 280. You can use 260, 270, while the other side of the argument is you absolutely need to have 280 or he's bricked, right? And I feel like there has to be a middle ground. I honestly, personally don't believe that if you don't get 280, he's bricked. I feel that if you're someone that gets 260, 270, anywhere above that, you're absolutely fine. And with the numbers you saw on screen, I think it's not too hard or too far-fetched to say that most people will be able to achieve that, whether they get his signature or not. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that Brant is an extremely free-to-play option. I still do think he is more towards the side of not being that free-to-play friendly, and there are other options and other characters, like for example Phoebe that just released, that is extremely easy to build, that is extremely free-to-play friendly, but I also don't think he is the worst character to build, absolutely a cash grab or anything like that. I also feel that running Shang-Li with him is not a problem whatsoever. I know people that are dying to get Shang-Li that are going to skip Brant and wait for his rerun, right? Just like how we had Carlotta and Sesha running at the same time, and they pair very well together. Now they're running Shang-Li and Brant. Now, I don't think that if you're a new player, you should be summoning for both. There are smarter choices you could make, be it summoning for Brant as he does have other uses, or summoning for Shang-Li because you like her, or simply skipping both. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta stop getting your panties in a knot, stop getting stressed, summon for who the hell y'all want to summon, and that's pretty much it. And regarding my video for Saint, honestly, I like his content. I watch his content, sometimes I watch his stream, and I don't think my reaction was that bad at all. It was pretty much a discussion going against what he said in a very respectful and calm manner. That's pretty much it, man. If you do like the content here, stay tuned for my live streams. We go live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Like the video, like the content, and join our Discord. We will be doing giveaways pretty soon, but that's pretty much it, man. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I'm sorry to tell you, this shit fucking sucks. The banner is trash. It's predatory as fuck. The 4-stars suck. They're running Chang Li in the same slot with him, which, listen, look, fucking, they just want money, and I get it. It's a business, right? But let's not pretend this is good game design. Let's not sit here and say, you know, the weapon ban is guaranteed, so it's okay. Every other unit has had a free-to-play alternative. The free-to-play alternative in this situation is almost nearly impossible to get 250 ER to even make the normal set work.